All right, welcome back to Car Simulator 2018 with Turley 6. Progressing through the game here. We're at level 3. One more job. We got 864 out of 900. One more of these jobs will be at level 4. Let's see what we got here. We got a brake disc drum, a ventilated, and a brake drum. I do not have those on hand. I'm gonna go ahead and buy those. Brake disc and a brake drum. Oh, was it ventilated? Oops. I do a lot of the brake jobs. Those are my chosen things to do to get levels quickly. As I talked about before, every completed order is 100%. So usually what I like to do is go ahead and buy like 4 of each item. You just have to make sure what your customer level of preference is. In this case, anything under 66% has to be replaced. And we're still early enough in the game where they're giving us a list of what's wrong with the car. Knock this out. Just want to make sure you scroll over to the... It'll start off with, on the left side with the 100% stuff. This is probably okay. Let's go under. This stuff is probably not what we need to replace. I could have highlighted it. But you can tell by the amount of rust how damaged something is. It's kind of a quick visual. This one's definitely one of them we need to replace. Alright, this job will be finished. Only 2 items. Would have been a lot quicker if I would have just marked them. As you can see, money spent $130, bonus $60, job bonus $40, $230 payout. Okay, so we went up to level 4. Let's look at our levels here. We can now at level 4 expand the garage. So we're going to do that. It's going to add a test path and a repair bench. So let's go ahead and move this to the lift, and let's go ahead and see what we got on the phone. Car is hard to control, but there's a list provided. We'll go ahead and pull that in. Okay, so what did we get new? We got the repair bench, so we can try to repair items. Right now we have nothing that we can repair. Can repair items instead of buying them. And then we got the test path. So what we'll do is we'll finish what's on the what's on here, and as soon as we get a car that we don't get the list provided, I'll show you guys how to use the test path. So it's pretty easy, but it will identify some of the problems for you. Let's sell off some of our parts here that we have previously that we no longer need. And then we'll open up our crates here, our bonus crates. See what we get. Hopefully we do get a barn location soon. I'd like to show you guys that. The one we tried to go to glitched out the last time. And I said in one of my other videos, I have not had a lot of problems with this game. It just seems like recently I've had a couple. I did get one blue screen, and then I'm just not sure if there's how early you can go to a barn location. So now you can hold this product for later or just sell it. Early on, I just sell it. I mean, that's $1,914. That's a lot of money at this point in the game. But you can save it once you start deciding what you're going to fix. What did I say here? We need a... Alright, so this one's a fuel filter and an oil filter. V8 OHV. Fuel filter. And then an oil filter. V8 OHV is right here. Okay, so we'll get to use this tool for the first time. This is your oil drain. We'll move it over to the lift. Click use, and as you can see, it'll start draining the oil. Once that's done, move that back to where it goes. Click on the engine. If you take your oil filter off before you drain it, you'll get basically $100 fine, to clean it up, basically. Okay, so we got that on there. We'll drop the car down. Still got to replace the fuel filter. On these rear end cars, you'll have to take off the rear clamshell or the engine cover. So fuel filter is right here. Take this off. Put it back on. Back out. Assemble mode. Put the clamshell back on. And also I have to put the tail lights back in. The license plate back on. Put the rear window back in, and then we should be good. Finish the work. Oh, it's not done because we didn't put engine oil back in it, which was my fault. Messed that up. Now I gotta take this back out. But see, it gave me a warning. It said, hey, it's not done. Now, honestly, it would not let me complete that, I don't think, without engine oil. You can overfill the oil in this game. It's not going to hurt anything. So once you see it come out a little bit at the filter bottom there, you're good. Okay. Alright. This stuff back on. Doesn't take too long, but those little mistakes do add time to your grind to level up. If you're trying to hurry up and get through it. Alright. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be some suspension stuff. The steering rack, you're going to take off both tires and tie rods and stuff to get that done. So we're going to start off here in the back. Leaf spring plate and 2 bolts. And you can just go under here. We can just go under, actually go under suspension. Scroll down to L. Leaf spring plate. And then go down to the steering rack. Okay, so as you can see how this one's kind of still silver and this one's rusty. This is going to be the one we need to replace. So if you click on that, it'll show you that it's yellow, but it shows you the red is what you need to have to take off first. So you gotta take the bolts off first. But they make it pretty simple for you to see visually. It's just when things are like, when they're okay with like 50% parts, they all look damaged, so it's a little harder to determine what's good and what's bad. Alright. Now we got the steering rack. Pop the tires off. Here you want to take off the outer tie rod, the inner tie rod from both sides. So you're taking off 6 parts to fix the one. And that's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is here. So there's the steering rack. Go to part mount. Put it in. Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. And the tire. Alright, pop over to the other side here. Mount part. Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. I keep forgetting that one has a screw. Ooh. Hit zoom. Alright. And the job didn't take long. Double check. All good. Finish the order. Alright, let's check our inventory. Let's see if we can try to repair any of this stuff. I don't think we can. It has to be, I think, if it's below a certain damage, you can't repair it. And some items cannot be repaired anyway. Let's check our case. Okay. Let's go ahead and sell these off. Alright, so let's see who's on the phone, see what we got, what kind of orders we got waiting on us. The next order will put us over. Alright, there's a brake system one, we'll go ahead and pull that one in. This one will put us over our next level, which will give us level 5. Put it on the left here. Need an assistant to take all these tires off and stuff, huh? That way we could just do the easy stuff. Let's see what we got. So this is pads. I don't know if I got any. So I do got one brake pad. We'll go ahead and buy the second one. Okay. Done. And I recommend at level 5 getting the tablet so you don't have to run around the car. Go ahead and raise it up again. And remember, we can tag these parts so that they're blue. Once you got them identified, you just got to click it to see. So this one's one of the ones that's bad. You can see the blue highlight. It will not show you the blue highlight until you tag it. So it's both front tires, looks like, which is pretty easy. Get the calipers off. Remove the one pad. Put back on the new pad. caliper back on. Put the tire back on. Hop over to this side. And these levels come pretty fast early. They just start getting the jobs start getting a little harder and harder, and it takes a little more experience to level up. So it does start taking a little more grinding. To hit those levels. All done. Finished the job. Got another level. We're at level 5. We can check. There's 3 toolboxes you can check. There's one here, one back there, and then there's one right here as well. So now we can get one of the level 5 functions. I'm going to unlock the tablet, and that'll allow me to start ordering parts at the car. So let's check our inventory. We did get a bonus crate. Come on, barn location. Barn location. And we did not get a barn location. I'll just save that brake disc, ventilated, we'll use it. Alright, and let's see what we got on the phones here. This one's got repair all running gear faults and a suspension. Knocking sound from the suspension. Brake problems, brake system, poor brake performance. Now this one doesn't have a list provided, so let's take this one. And what we'll do with this one is we're going to run this one through the test path. So we're going to move this one to the test path. Alright, and then let's go ahead and call in another brake performance one so we have one here on hand. This one's got the list provided, so we're going to go ahead and just leave this one here for now. Alright, so we'll get to use our test path here. You can just click on one of these 3 machines and just hit run the test. It tells you to accelerate. It's going to check the front brakes first. Then it's going to check the rear brakes. Now it's going to check the front suspension. Now it's going to check the rear suspension. Okay. And as you can see, I didn't look at it as fast enough, but it identified the a brake disc and a brake disc ventilated as what the problems are. So now we're going to go ahead and move this. I didn't show you the other screen, which is my fault. I went a little too fast. But I'll make sure I show that the next time. So once I have them identified, I can tag those 2 things. So here's going to be one of them. That's the one we got free in the chest. I'm not sure if that quality 1 will give us a little bonus on the payout. I'm not real sure. But we got it as a bonus in one of the chests, so we didn't have to buy it. So it'll still save us on how much we had to pay out to fix the car. Alright, and here's the other one that we needed. Probably, I don't know if we got one of these on hand or not, but we'll check it out. I like to buy, if I'm going to try to focus on brake jobs, normally what I'll do is I'll buy extra of all the brake parts that I know I use. Yeah, we had one. And then that way I could sit there and do a few jobs without buying anything. Just speeds it up a little bit. Once you got some money accumulated, you can do that. Alright. Another job complete. Puts us at 1451 out of 1800. We'll go ahead and move this to the left. See what we got on the phone. So here's a brake problem one. We'll go ahead and pull that one in. That way we can run the test path again. And I can show you a little more of the one screen that I didn't show you last time. I like this older style truck. Pretty neat. My favorite of the military, the old military Jeeps, but honestly, in my other save, I restored quite a few of them. They just don't sell for that much. They're just really not high dollar. You can get them for $5,000, fix them up, and sell them for $20,000, but it's not a lot. So as you can see, most of the problems is going to be in the front driver's side brakes. But I want to show you the other screen a little better than I did last time. It'll give you the full diagnostics of what it is. And you don't have to do this. You can just start pulling tires. But as you can see, the brake pads on the driver's side, the brake pads are at 14%. So everything else seems to be acceptable. Close this out. Actually, look at the car status. So they're still saying one part we have not discovered. Let's check under the hood here. I was trying to see if it was the alright, so it didn't show us everything we needed on that one, so we'll have to do some investigation. Usually when that happens, we got somebody on the list, so we'll just put it back in the garage park as well. Usually when that happens, it's a hub. We'll figure that out next time, and next time we'll come back at level 6. At level 6, we won't be able to buy any of this stuff. We'll just have to get a previous perk, and then at level 7 we can advance to here. Same thing with 8, no moving, and 9, and then 12 is when we expand the garage again. So don't forget to hit the like button, and we'll see you next time on Car Mechanic Simulator with Turley 6. Thanks.